Hey guys, it's Rusty Nelson, and it's Talking Watercolor Day, and I am filming this on Monday, and I have a marathon session planned today, mainly because I'm running behind on some of my demos and my tutorials. Last week, up at the university, it was week 7, which makes it essentially midterm, the halfway point for the semester, even though we haven't had our midterm break yet. Last week was our midpoint. So we were pretty busy touching base with all the seniors and making sure they're making good progress towards their capstone projects and stuff. So it was a kind of a time consuming week up at the university. So I didn't get as much done and video content shot as I was hoping to get. So I am running to play catch up this week. So we're definitely having a lot of fun so far. This coming upcoming video drop, I'm going to be doing another face using another method and another process in constructing faces, just so you can see another way of going about developing faces and drawings of people. So that should either drop tomorrow. It might drop on Wednesday along with Talking Watercolor. We'll see. I still have some editing to do, and if I can keep from flubbing up so much, I'll try to minimize my my editing necessities as best I can. So, and actually, I one of the other issues with this video that I'm planning on posting with the face was that I've done it 3 times already, and I haven't been happy with the outcome of it. So it's a method I have used in the past. It takes a little more practice, so I think that's what I've been kind of chalking some of these previous videos that I've shot up to is just kind of getting the hang of it and back into the swing of using this method as opposed to Loomis or Riley like that. So it's essentially an envelope, building an envelope and looking at general shapes and then narrowing it down to smaller and smaller shapes, and you construct the face that way. So it's really dependent upon your ability to see the shapes and get them in the relative position to one another properly. And it's a process that a lot of portrait artists use. And so, and frankly, this whole thing with the Riley method, the Loomis method, this method has really kind of sparked a renewed interest in me in trying to pursue being able to capture likenesses on a regular basis. And that's always been one of my weaknesses, is that I can only catch a likeness every so often, especially after I really have to be working at it, get tuned up and up to speed before I can really start reliably catching a likeness. So it's not something you can just kind of jump in and out of every so often and maintain good progress at. So it's definitely a skill set. It's something you have to work at, and you got to practice the stages and the aesthetics and everything that goes into it. So this is an advanced level skill set that you'll want to work with. And don't get frustrated, because it will look like crap 9 times out of 10 as you're getting started. So the ultimate goal is just to make that improvement each time you sit down and draw a face. Hopefully you're going to start getting all of those relative positions and everything into position just right. All right, so yeah, I've been really kind of cranking on the down and dirties this semester. I'm looking at my notes here. Yeah. Probably also, I'm debating. I just dropped a bird on Saturday, and a watercolor bird. So I think this week's watercolor for this coming Saturday, I may try to do a quick tutorial on doing an initial sketch. I'll have the sketch already done, but it's about getting and translating that then into watercolor. So I think I'll do that for this coming Saturday. And I think after that, we're going to start getting into some more scenes and landscapes and stuff again, so that we can kind of keep the semester progressing as it normally would in a normal semester. So we're doing a whole bunch of things. The faces, it's kind of a holdover from maybe pre 2025, in that I know that people are really interested in drawing faces, and it does really boil down to, you know, that basic ability to work with those basic shapes. So I'm definitely going to keep working with the faces, and maybe even develop a challenge that I'm going to be doing one of these a week, just to get better at it as this year progresses. So I'm still investigating and figuring out things that I want to do for the live stream. I'm thinking that's the direction I might go, to offer a membership. That'd be a perk for a membership, to be able to come into the live stream and chat, visit, get some feedback, get a critique, show me your stuff. You know, I'd be happy to kind of sit there and do a group session with everybody who would be interested in doing that. So that's in the process. I'm still trying to identify hardware needs that this might entail, because I think I can probably get in over my head pretty quick with what I envision this working like, and having the hardware capabilities to pull it off. So, and I'm looking into maybe Zoom might be able to pull it off, especially if everybody out there, if you guys have a cell phone that you could zoom in on. With that, you could definitely point your camera at your artwork and try to get some feedback from me that way. So, or take a picture of it, send it to me that way. That would always work as well. So, but it's definitely been, well, you've heard me complaining about this already this semester. This semester has been pretty time consuming up at the university, so I haven't had as much time. I haven't done real long extended videos, mainly due to the time constraints. Plus, I'm still trying to improve my skills on doing a nice piece faster. So, yeah, so that in itself has been a challenge since starting YouTube. I think I've mentioned this in previous episodes, where, you know, prior to doing YouTube videos on watercolors, when I'd sit down to do a watercolor, it'd be, you know, maybe an 11 by 14-ish size that I'd be working on, and I'd spend maybe anywhere from 2 to 3 hours doing it. With filming and shooting it at the same time, that kind of puts a little more pressure on it. I haven't had as much success with my bigger time committed pieces while I'm filming as well. So mainly because when I am sitting down to do a real nice piece, I'm really focused on trying to get that to work out right. So when I'm filming, I'm also trying to explain what I'm doing. So it's just simply a walking and chewing bubblegum issue for me. So I'm trying to develop better skill sets doing that. So I do have a lot of fun doing these things, and I have a lot of plans on different things I want to do when I have the time to do it. So hopefully when I do retire in a year or so, I have a range of different types of other types of content that I want to do. Maybe it's going out searching for that perfect plein air scene. You know, what time of day do you have to leave, and tips and tricks on doing that kind of stuff. So that's definitely in the hopper in the future. I did have some watercolor paints sent to me by the Paul Rubens company. Looks like a Chinese company, and they're wanting to have me test it out and do a video for a review of their product for the channel. I haven't done any review videos yet, so I might try that. Well, I will try that. I'm going to do it here pretty soon. So, and you know, the weird thing, since I've been doing this now for a year and 2 months, it's I know I've made some improvements in what I'm doing in certain areas, and some areas seem to be going one direction and the other areas seem to be going in another direction. So it just seems like the more I do this, the more frustrating it seems to be in what I'm trying to present and get out there to everybody in the viewing audience. So yeah, it's a weird dynamic, and I know there's a lot of psyching myself out as I'm getting set up to shoot videos, and like, for instance, the bird video. I noticed my light died in the background, right? It's a little battery thing, so it must not have had enough charge. What else was going on? Oh, my microphone was bouncing off of my iPhone, so it was some weird thumping sound in the audio. And I don't wear earphones, so I'm not listening to myself as it's recording. So I didn't realize it until I got into the edit. So I had to make some quick, fast decisions because it was a good bird. It turned out really pretty nice, and I didn't want to have to reshoot it. So yeah, it took some creative editing to get that thing ready. So yeah, it's always it's a never-ending saga here in Rusty Land as we are trying to create some videos for everybody to watch. So but anyway, I have been really happy with where we've been going with everything. I love the drawing tutorials. I love the watercolor tutorials. And even though some of the face stuff is a more advanced layer of drawing, it's something a beginner shouldn't be, staying away from just because it is a more advanced. As you get better at it, it's something you got to do as a beginner. Just start drawing faces. They're going to be horrible as you get started, but as you start developing an aesthetic and your skills improve, your mark making improves, your judgments on spatial relationships, all that improves, your pieces will start looking better as well. So anyway, don't give up. Stay in there. Keep on working on these things. And I forgot to set a timer, so I have no idea how long I've been talking so far, but I have already kind of walked through my whole list of things. Let's see, are any others? Let's see. So I did the bird Saturday. The face will drop. The drawing face will drop, envelope, and then I'll do a watercolor face of a character as well. Again, I'd like to catch likenesses, but I'm not going to get hung up if I don't. Right? So I'm going to get these tutorials and these methods out to you so you know how to do it, and you can fight yourself trying to get the faces to look like somebody. So, and it's so frustrating because the placement is so critical, and that's one thing I think I just slapped through so quick is getting that positioning just right. So, and also I have noticed as well, especially in a big figure drawing class when I have a big table and I'm working on an 18 by 24 inch sheet of paper with charcoal, I tend to catch a better likeness on a larger scale. I don't know why. So it's just maybe I can maybe gauge the distances a little better. Smaller scale, the big, the smaller the shift, it makes a bigger impact. So anyway, everybody's going to notice these things about the way you work, and you should be taking note of the things that you like to do, and then try to dissect why you don't like doing them or why you do like doing them. And a lot of people get hung up and only want to pursue the things that they've had success with, and you want to keep pushing beyond that nice little comfort zone that you have found and keep moving into other new areas. So anyway, that's really all I have today. I have no idea how long this has lasted. Hey, if you got any value out of today's talk, please give me a like and a subscribe, and head over to my Patreon channel if you think whatever I'm doing on this channel is of any value to you. I have a $5 a month membership. Please give me a subscription. Help keep the doors open. Oh wait, keep the lights on. I don't know. I'll see you in the next Talking Watercolor.